Hey YouTube, welcome back. Thanks for coming back if you've watched any of my other videos. If not, thanks for being here. My name's Bet, also known as Bet's Getting Better. Last week I made a video titled Life is a Game. Are you even playing? Hopefully you've watched it. So this week I decided I want to make a video talking about how you can even do that, how you can even begin to play the game. And the biggest thought that came to mind, or something that's super important when you're getting started on the journey of self-improvement or living your life for you and you alone, is being able to validate yourself, how important that is. Validation, being able to make yourself feel worthy, make yourself feel important, all by yourself without external factors, without relying on other people to make you feel this way, to make you feel validated, I think is crucial. Because one of the biggest things that we look for in others is to feel important, to feel like we matter, to feel like someone cares. And that's all good and well. I think that's normal. Definitely normal. And we all need that sometimes, obviously. However, it's a slippery slope because if you can't do that for yourself, you're going to get yourself into situations where you're seeking validation and approval much more than you should be, and in ways that are compromising to possibly your goals, where you're headed in life, what you want for yourself. So eventually, you have to get to the point where you're not taking in outside opinions. Maybe you are here and there, but they're just that, they're opinions. You're not needing everyone to agree with where you're headed in life. You're not needing everyone to agree with what you do in your life. So let's say someone brings up an opposing position to something you've decided, whatever it is. Let's say you want to do this, make YouTube videos, and you tell someone about it, and they react in a way that you don't like. Maybe they tell you, oh gosh, I don't see you doing that, or you could never do that, whatever, something super negative. If you are seeking constant validation, that something like that is going to throw you off. It's going to put you in a mindset where you're considering someone else's opinion over your own, first off, and then second off, it's actually preventing you from pursuing or taking action in something that you would really like to do. If you are in that cycle, it's a dangerous cycle to be in. If you're trying to be an individual, a free thinker, someone who lives life for themselves, you just can't. You can't do this. People are always going to have their opinions. People are always going to have a different perspective. And that's great, honestly. That's what makes life interesting. Like, it would suck if everyone was constantly just like, oh yeah, and agreed with you and whatever. You have to be able to form your own opinion and stick to it, regardless of what other people say, what other people think, and how other people make you feel. So, going back to validation, you have to have the confidence and the self-love and just the mentality that You don't need anyone to agree with you. You don't need a pat on the back. You don't need constant reassurance from outside sources. It's all going to come from you. It's all going to come from within. And if you can master that, you're going to be so far ahead of the curve, okay? Because there's so many people in this life who will do just what we were talking about. Someone says something to them that's not what they want to hear, and they will let that affect them in a very negative way where, again, it will throw them off. It will prevent them from doing something that they've decided. There's so many people in this world who don't have that solid strength within them to be able to say, thanks for that opinion, but I'm good. I'm good over here, and I know what I'm doing. Seeking constant approval is just going to make you unhappy. It's going to put you into a cycle where you always need that approval, where maybe you need to make a decision for yourself, or you've decided something for yourself and you need someone to agree with you. If you're living life for yourself, you're not always going to have someone who sees your vision. You're not always going to have someone in your corner rooting for you and telling you that you can do it. You have to get to a point where you can do that for yourself. And it affects everything. It affects all aspects of your life. It affects your work. It affects your goals. It affects your love life. Everything, literally everything. If you are going to be an individual, you have to be able to rely on yourself. You have to be able to validate your own feelings. You have to be able to reassure yourself. You have to be the only one in your corner sometimes. And it's an uncomfortable thing to do if you're used to seeking out reassurance and opinions from others when you're in an uncomfortable spot. It's a very normal thing to do, but it's a cycle that you have to break. Once you break the cycle, things are just going to get so much better. And you're going to stop caring. You're going to start doing things. And when those thoughts come up, what are they going to think? Or maybe I should ask this person how they feel. You're going to tell yourself, no, I don't need that. Why do I need that? How does this person know more about what I want and need than I do? Stop valuing other people's opinions about what you're doing with your life over your own. Nobody knows you better than you do, or at least that's how it should be. You should be the one that knows exactly what you need, exactly what you want. So why are you constantly asking people, is this okay? Is that okay? And it could even be the smallest things like that. Like, do I look okay? Do these shoes look right? Is this outfit nice? No. Do what you want. Start doing what you want first off. Get comfortable with doing what you want. And if someone has something negative to say, who cares? That's how you gotta get. That's one of the first steps. You don't get anywhere in life constantly thinking about what others are thinking about you. You have to let that go. It's hard to do. I get it. But it's one of the steps. It's a good first step to make. You're going to be putting yourself in situations where you feel uncomfortable because you're trying new things. You are trying to do things that you've never done before. And not everyone's going to get it. And nobody else needs to get it. Nobody else needs to get it except you. You're the only one that needs to get it. You don't need someone to constantly say, no, that's good. Yeah, do that. No, you're an individual. You're a free thinker. You do what you want. And if you are seeking any sort of opinion, it's from a trusted person who's an expert in that area. That's really the only time you need to do it. All right. Other than that, make decisions for yourself and stick to them. 'Cause that's the only way you're going to build that trust in yourself. That's the only way you're going to get to the point where opinions don't matter. You are reassuring yourself. You are validating yourself. You don't need any outside sources. It's a confidence builder. And you're going to need confidence for the journey. All right? So, it's a big step to make. But again, extremely, extremely crucial.